Eucalyptus gunnii. From this to this in a year, well over 1 metre. Eucalyptus gunnii can be coppiced for firewood. You're talking 3 to 5 years for your first crop, which is very favourable in terms of other short rotation trees such as willow sallies. Eucalyptus gunnii also make very attractive hedging. When I had my blessing in disguise with the polytunnels, when Storm Hannah blew them all away, the wind Storm Hannah was from the north, which is the only direction that my polytunnels are really exposed. They're sheltered on all other sides. So in order to give them a bit more protection, I've planted this eucalyptus hedge. And as you can see, this has been in for about 4 weeks. They were planted from polypots and it's already starting to look very attractive, and all the plants, all the trees are thriving. Beautiful blue-grey foliage. Eucalyptus nitens. From this to this in a year, and hopefully in 15 years they'll look like this. This photo is from Farm Forestry New Zealand, New Zealand has a similar climate to Ireland, so that's quite phenomenal in 15 years. Eucalyptus nitens are grown as a firewood crop, a replacement crop for ash. They grow twice as fast as ash. The timber that the firewood you get from them is equivalent to oak, which is about 1/3 better than ash. Eucalyptus viminalis. From this to this in 2 pretty poor growing seasons. Eucalyptus viminalis also make good firewood, and they'll also make good shelter, very fast growing as you see. None of the eucalyptus I sell are bare rooted, and you can plant them at any time of year. Last year, even during the drought, I've made a point of planting at least 1 eucalyptus tree during every month of the year. So these were planted during the drought of 2018, and that was quite exceptional. All trees, including eucalyptus, do need hydration. These have still survived, even though they were planted during the drought. And as you can see, some of them have really thrived, well over 1 metre tall. These viminalis were planted just before the beast from the east struck, and all thriving. Lots of them well over 2 metres tall. This gunnii I planted in December 2018, and it's thriving, no issues. I have had inquiries from people who have said, I think I'll wait till the frosts are over. So I did an experiment to see what impact the frosts would have. So these were planted just before the frosts of this year, 2019. They were planted in February. They're thriving. Are eucalyptus suitable for saturated ground? Yes. I did some experiments on that as well, and you can view them on the website boglizard.ie. I also have a customer in Kerry. They were experimenting last year to see how well the eucalyptus would do, and they planted mainly gunnii, although some nitens as well, and they said they planted some in the saturated ground, an area of ground that they'd never been able to drain, and some higher up on the drier ground, and they said in both areas the eucalyptus are thriving. So evidently I'm a fan of eucalyptus, and growing them in Ireland is very doable. In fact, in terms of toughness, Storm Hannah, Eucalyptus get a bit of a reputation for getting windburn. That's probably because they're evergreen, so they get windburn during the cold winter winds. Storm Hannah gave the blackthorn, the common alder, the Irish alder, beech, they all got windburn. Eucalyptus, the eucalyptus I have actually fared better than the native species. So in terms of one myth that I can dispel in terms of windburn, it's not realistic to say that. In terms of they're shallow rooted and they blow over, I lost more of the common alder and pine trees around here, more of them blew over. I didn't lose any eucalyptus during Storm Hannah. So lots of really good information on the website. Check it out, boglizard.ie.